when you get into the business, that is the risk we take of putting ourselves in front of the camera.
Well, the only thing she's got to offer is them big cans and that peanut butter skin. I might as well enjoy them big cans.
McAfee said, quote, he left Barstool part because of the lack of transparency with the business operations of the company.
Yep, I think that's...
Joy Taylor has gotten the worst news possible after a major shakeup at her employer, Fox Sports. Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy looks to be the beneficiary of this massive change. Portnoy is set to compete against his former employee, Pat McAfee, this football season. More on that in a little bit. All these developments at Fox Sports come just months after a damaging lawsuit surfaced that contained allegations of SA from executive producer Charlie Dixon. But it also contained claims that Taylor used inappropriate relationships to climb the ranks at Fox Sports, and even alleged that she intended to leverage those connections for blackmail. The lawsuit also included details that Taylor's former colleague, Skip Bayless, tried to pay a hairdresser in the millions of dollars to sleep with him. For the first time ever in June, Joy Taylor addressed the Fox Sports lawsuit.
And there's always going to be things that happen in life, that happen in this business, that happen when you're a front-facing person. And when you get into the business, that is the risk we take of putting ourselves in front of the camera, of putting yourself out there, that things at some point might not be. I won't say that there were not dark times.
Is it hard not to address?
No. No, I've never felt compelled to litigate that, genuinely.
Did you feel betrayed at all when everything happened?
I have felt a lot of different emotions. I think it's a grief process. It's a lot to adjust to, like it's a new reality. And I'm trying to choose myself and be gentle with myself.
The lawsuit against Fox Sports, where Joy Taylor is named as a defendant, is mainly targeting Charlie Dixon, the former executive at Fox Sports. He has since been fired since that lawsuit emerged. The worst claims towards Joy Taylor in that lawsuit are just that she made fun of the accent of her hairdresser, and she also dismissed the hairdresser's concerns when she brought up that Charlie Dixon groped her. All of the claims in this lawsuit are from the hairdresser, and the hairdresser also claimed that Joy Taylor essentially slept her way to the top. She slept with Charlie Dixon to get a role on Undisputed, and she also claimed that Joy Taylor slept with Emmanuel Acho to get on Speak. Now, none of that appears to be criminal at all on Joy Taylor's part, especially since it's all consenting adults here. But the reason why Joy Taylor seems so down about the lawsuit on The Breakfast Club is because she got roasted on the internet. You even have Jason Whitlock claiming that he did not have Joy Taylor on his show at Fox Sports because he knows what he's capable of.
I mean, I got a lot of discipline, but 25-year-old with them big cans and that peanut butter skin who has nothing to say, at some point I'm going to lose respect, and I'm be like, well, the only thing she's got to offer is them big cans and that peanut butter skin. And so if I got to put up with this, I might as well enjoy them big cans. And so I said no. I don't want to put myself in that position.
So the lawsuit's claim just gave the haters more ammo towards Joy Taylor. The haters who say that she's only there because she's related to Jason Taylor, the Hall of Fame football player, and that because she's an attractive woman and actually does not have much interest in sports overall. Old clips started emerging of Joy Taylor complaining about the plight of being a woman in sports.
You have to constantly reaffirm that you are good enough, that you belong there, and then always prove it. So I would just always say you gotta do twice the work to get half the opportunity. But that, to me, the mentality I've always had on it is that just gonna make me better. So that's why I'm excellent, because I had to be. I couldn't be average, I couldn't be okay, I couldn't be late, I couldn't complain, I couldn't say no. Now I do.
Sports fans have not only criticized Joy Taylor's bad takes, but have also said that she has a tendency to get political on the show. She is here in January talking about how America won't be a free country now that Trump's in office.
I mean, you can talk nonsense if you want to. It's a free country for a couple more days. Coming up, Dak Prescott balled out when Kellen Moore was his offensive.
Not only has Taylor gotten political, but she has also taken shots at religious people, saying that she would not be interested in dating a religious man.
What else is non-negotiable for you?
I'm less and less interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. I told Paul this the other day. I don't know. But you hit me with the man of God thing. I've had some negative experiences with people that lead with their religion. I'm just saying, if that's the first thing that you bring to the table, it's a red flag for me because I don't
they're hiding.
Joy Taylor took a little break from her appearances on Fox Sports when the lawsuit first emerged, but then she finally appeared in January and things were a little awkward and fans noticed she had a different wardrobe than usual. She's usually showing a lot. If you got it, why not flaunt it? But this time she looked almost like a Jehovah's Witness. Funny enough, one of Joy Taylor's biggest defenders was actually Dave Portnoy, the founder of Barstool Sports. This is going to become interesting later on in this video. You're going to want to check that out. But Dave Portnoy said, who effing cares if they had a consensual relationship or not? I don't even know why Taylor is in the lawsuit, because she was mean to her hairdresser yet simultaneously spilled her guts to her. Makes zero sense. He also said, my BS meter is on 100 million trillion in this Fox Sports lawsuit. Just accusing people of shit doesn't make it facts. Time will tell. And you even had a fellow NFL reporter, Jane Slater of NFL Network, defending Joy Taylor, saying that it's really annoying the way she's getting dragged without receipts and proof since the lawsuit is all allegations. And that's a good point. We still don't know if any of these claims are true. But if it is all true, Joy Taylor simply did what she had to do to get ahead. And I think if a lot of guys only had to sleep with a woman in order to get promoted at work, especially at Fox Sports, they would do the same thing. But what really matters is whether or not Joy Taylor is a good sports analyst and if the audience still wants to watch her show. Taylor continued to appear on Speak after the lawsuit, and she also continued to make some bad takes, mainly on Aaron Rodgers not attending OTAs and mandatory minicamp with the Pittsburgh Steelers, ignoring the fact that Aaron Rodgers was not actively signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers at this time.
And we're sitting around talking about Aaron Rodgers is not there on the first day of OTAs. Mandatory or not, where's your pride? Where's your dignity?
That's why I say I'm gonna give him another day.
Where's your respect for the game? Where's your respect for this organization?
But now we truly know how unpopular Joy Taylor and a number of other shows truly are. Bombshell News dropped a Fox Sports canceling 3 shows. They canceled obviously Speak with Joy Taylor, Keyshawn Johnson, and Paul Pierce. They also canceled The Facility with Emmanuel Acho, Lasean Mccoy, James Jones, and former quarterback Chase Daniel. And finally, they canceled Breakfast Ball, headlined by Craig Carton. The main reason for the cancellation of all these shows is because of TV ratings, poor TV ratings. What's really crazy is that Joy Taylor's contract was not renewed, so she was essentially directly fired and now has no ties to Fox Sports at all, a company that she's been with for nearly a decade. Taylor has not only struggled on air, but she's tried her own ventures on YouTube in which she talks about sports, mainly the NFL, and she's really struggled to find a big audience there as well, barely cracking 1,000, 3,000 views, sometimes only 800, 600 views, which is really crazy considering the fact that she's on television. You would think that she'd have a bigger following on YouTube. She hasn't done the football YouTube venture in nearly half a year, but she started a podcast in which she talks about personal life with some friends, and that has actually found a way to get a bigger following. You got 19,000 views here, but still the vast majority of the content doesn't even reach 1,000 views sometimes. We don't know what the future holds for Joy Taylor now that she's kind of officially unemployed, but she decided to react to the news of the firing by posting a workout video of her on vacation. Besides that workout video, she hasn't really said anything at all about the firing. She's just posted pictures of her with some friends and family on vacation, and I don't expect her to say anything about this at all anytime soon. Emmanuel Acho made a statement after the firing saying he's not going to try and come to y'all with some big announcement soon, stay tuned quote, because he actually doesn't know what's coming next, but he knows that he's gonna trust God. Lasean Mccoy joked around saying, damn, fired on my day off? Well, put me on the trade block. And he decided to say that he has some announcements coming soon. So what is going to replace these 3 shows that happen in the morning? It turns out Fox Sports is decided to go and team up with Barstool Sports. Fox Sports is nearing an expansive deal with Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy, which would include him appearing on Big Noon Kickoff. This would also involve Barstool content being featured on FS1. You have another rumor claiming that the Fox suits are looking at Barstool personalities to replace at least one of the FS1 FS1 shows that got canceled today. This could quite possibly be Big Cat and the PFT commentator at Pardon My Take. That's one of the most popular shows on the Barstool Sports program. I don't think this will happen, but it would be really cool. John Gruden has recently joined Barstool Sports. Is it a possibility that he will get some airtime on FS1 as well? But the main reason why Fox Sports is ditching people like Joy Taylor, Lasean Mccoy, and Emmanuel Acho and going in the direction of Dave Portnoy and Barstool Sports is to compete with Pat McAfee. And this is what they are planning to do with the Big Noon Kickoff. They think Dave Portnoy on Big Noon Kickoff is going to be a good counterpunch to ESPN's Pat McAfee on College Game Day. College Game Day has signed Pat McAfee as recently, and he appeared all of last season. People forget Pat McAfee got his start on Barstool Sports. The Pat McAfee show used to be on Barstool, and we've always wondered how tense is the relationship between McAfee and Dave Portnoy after they split. McAfee's explanation as to why he left Barstool leaves you with more questions than answers.
And then we would have a deal, and then for some reason there'd be a confusion, it would be gone all of a sudden. I'm like, whoa, like this is directly my money now, like that our company is like earning or whatever. So I think it was just things that were lost in translation. And whenever I explained that to Dave, I think he understood that.
McAfee said, quote, he left Barstool part because of the lack of transparency with the business operations of the company.
Yep. I think that part he and I disagree on. Now, there are certainly something to be said, like maybe a check was late or anything like that, but
The check late?
yeah,
Check
like
can't be late that day.
but it's like
I got operations. I got people got to pay you.
yeah, no, he's making plenty. It's like a commission check. We got to wait.
Oh,
till,
okay.
like-
Yeah. Okay.
I could see how he would say maybe it wasn't transparent, but in no way were we trying to screw McAfee, anything like that.
So both Pat McAfee and Dave Portnoy have remained cordial, but they do have differing beliefs on how they ended up splitting up when McAfee was at Barstool Sports and then started his own thing and is now at ESPN. That is why this is huge, because this is now sort of continuing a content rivalry. Keep in mind, Dave Portnoy has made comments in the past trying to take credit for Pat McAfee's start, and while McAfee has shown grace and hasn't really taken any cryptic shots at Dave Portnoy, you can tell that both of these guys are competitive towards one another, and now they're going to be directly competing. Not only on college football on Saturdays, Dave Portnoy with Fox Sports versus Pat McAfee with ESPN, but also throughout the week in the morning programming. We know that Pat McAfee's show is also aired on ESPN in the morning, and now it looks like Dave Portnoy, along with Big Cat of Barstool Sports, are going to be leading into Colin Cowherd in the morning around the same exact time as Pat McAfee. So this entire football season, it's Barstool Sports versus the Pat McAfee show. Obviously, the Pat McAfee show is more established on their network, definitely going to get higher views this upcoming year. But Fox Sports is hoping and praying that Barstool is at least going to be better than Emmanuel Acho and Joy Taylor.